Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, both new and returning subscribers. I want to show you the fail-proof Nigerian meat pie recipe. So I started by heating up some vegetable oil and added my chopped onions, and then I stir fried this until the onion became translucent, and then I added my minced meat, broke it down, and I allowed this to cook for about 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, I added my spices: salt, thyme, curry, red chili, ground bouillon cubes, and black pepper. So I put all of this in the meat and combined it. And after that, I added my diced potatoes, diced carrots, and some water. And then I allowed this to cook for about 20 minutes until the potatoes became soft. I'll show you shortly. So when you're able to press it down smoothly like that, you know it's ready. And next I added my flour to just thicken up the sauce, because basically the sauce is done. After adding the flour, you want to let the sauce cook and cool down. Next up, I'll show you how I made the dough. I started by adding some flour, baking powder, and sugar, and then I combined all of that together. Next, I added some cold butter. You'd find the measurement in the description below. So you want to use cold butter, guys, and then I broke that down into bits so that it's easy for me to mix with the flour. So at the end of the day, you should have achieved a bread-like consistency like this. And I added, this is just 1 egg that I beat, and then I added about half of this and left some that I would use as egg wash later. Now I added about 2 tablespoons of milk here. So after adding this, I just combined all of this together to form one dough. You don't need extra liquid after this, just this liquid I mentioned is enough. And after that, you want to have this fine dough like you're seeing. And next I covered that with some nylon paper. For some reason I couldn't find my cling film. At the end of the day, you just want to wrap this up in a nylon so that air or moisture doesn't get in. So I used a nylon to do this plastic wrap. So I put this in my fridge for about an hour to let it rest. After 1 hour, the dough is ready to be flattened out. So I lightly floured my work surface, and then I split the dough into 4 equal parts. And I just press this down and basically just roll this out with my rolling pin. Please feel free to use a flour each time you feel your dough is sticky. And this is it. So this is my pie cutter. So what I did was to measure to ensure that what I have is enough to cover my pie. And basically I just put that rolled dough on the pie cutter. So next I brushed the inner part with the remaining egg wash that I had, and then I put about a tablespoon of the filling in just one part of the pie cutter, and then I just closed that down, and then the egg wash I added will help it seal properly, and then I press down the edges so that it just comes out nice looking like this. Okay, so I did this again because my camera went off at some point. So I just rolled out the dough and filled it in. Again, press down the edges so it's easy to cut off the excess dough. And beautiful pie as is. So I'll show you how I made this with, if you don't have a pie cutter, you can use a round plate. So what I did was to curve around the already rolled out dough according to the shape of the plate that I have, and then remove the excess dough, and again rubbed the egg wash by the edge, and then filled just half of the dough, and then covered it. Basically that's all. So you don't need any fancy equipment to do this. And then I press down the edges with my hand so that it doesn't burst while baking. And yeah, the pies are ready to be baked now. So next I'm poking my pies. This step is not necessary. I'll show you that it's totally unnecessary because I didn't poke all of my pies. I just poked just 2 of them. So next I brushed up the egg wash and the pies to give it some beautiful brown bits when it's baking. So yeah, I just basically brushed up, and then I baked this in the oven for about 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, and I'll show you what it looks like after baking. So 25 minutes later, my pies are ready. And guys, this was absolutely delicious. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, please hit the like button as well. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.